Leo Gibson, the player coach who has the ball right now, originally from Liberia, but he's been in Kansas City so long, he's practically a Kansas City native himself.
He knows the indoor game inside and out. Actually watching Leo on his last shift there, actually just sitting inside the goal and just pointing one, to receive it in either corner. You can't lose him for 1 second.
He had a goal and 4 assists to help spark the Comets on Friday. Meanwhile, Ian Bennett with a big game for Milwaukee, 4 goals and an assist. And the other part of the IMAX tandem, Max Ferdinand, had a goal and 2 helpers as well. So the 2 big guns on the IMAX tandem coming through with a very productive game, but not quite enough as, again, Kansas City able to win that one 9-8. CVG, Chad Vandergriff with it, works it across for LSO, Luan Salas Oliveira with Marcio Leite, number 77 in the middle. Wave with a high 3-man formation right now as Marcio will come in against the veteran defender Stefan Stokic. Stokic, an original member of the Comets. Marcio's shot is blocked. His defensive partner Vandergriff will get it now back out to LSO. LSO, the Brazilian native, a few step-overs, will play it in the near board. There's Stuart Grable. Stuart, the veteran out of Neenah, Wisconsin, and UW Green Bay.
What you're seeing from the Wave right now, building the 4, opting to get it into the target and making runs off the target. Really important that the spacing is right here, because one of the things the Wave need to improve on is their 5v5 offense. So look for them to create solid chances here in the 5v5 to get some rhythm going here.
LSO chips one in, and Neto able to gather up. Neto, as you see, a very rangy guy at 6'4". Nice touch there, Stokic going forward. Will dump into the far corner looking for Nacho Flores. Grable there to cut him off. Flores trying to get it back as they scrum forward along the far board, and eventually Kansas City will retain the possession. So on this Kansas City team, you have, according to their bios listed, 5 guys originally from the Kansas City area, make that 6. And a lot of other guys from the extended area, well, a couple others anyway. Adam James out of Kearney, Missouri.
Unlucky there by Stuart Grable. Took a great angle to his approach there to the goalie, but hey, Neto, very good getting out of tight spaces.
Isaac Perra, a nice step up there to take it away from Berto Palmer. Robert Palmer, they call him Berto, had a couple of big goals on Friday's game. That was just 2 days after he celebrated his 31st birthday. Now, nice run out of the back by LSO. Leaves it back, Bradley. Ollie Berry back for Bradley. Alex Sumner on the play. LSO shot! Blocked down the middle.
What a save.
Wow! Great look that time, Bradley to LSO, and a spectacular save by Neto. Let's take a look one more time on our Wisconsin Vision instant replay.
I think it was a block, actually.
Might have been Solario in front, Hector Solario in front of the goalkeeper Neto. Maybe a combination rejection there, but boy, what a stop by the Kansas City defense.
Nonetheless, encouraging play there from the Wave. Good sequence, good build-up. That's what we need to see here.
Alex Bradley, by the way, has been on fire as of late. 7 goals in his last 3 for Milwaukee. Ollie Bradley off the board, rebound, follow. Banged out front, and it deflects in the stands, and I believe that's the rookie Mikey Herrera who banged that one off. Herrera, a rookie out of Marquette University High School, going right from high school to the pros. Marcio lays it off. LSO shot, back post, Bennett shot, save, and rebound sent out, and now Leite controls. That was actually Ferdinand who had it at the back post. What a save by Neto. LSO with a blast that sails wide. Bennett will track it down. So Nicolo Neto has served notice that he is going to be tough to beat here in the first period. No score, 4.5 minutes gone by. Crowd still coming in on this MLK Day matinee special. That one rolls through the foot of Max Ferdinand, scooped up by Neto.
Good energy here, though, early on from the Wave, playing on the front foot.
And now as Ray Lee battles forward at midfield, we get a foul called on Chino. Lee with a couple of goals the other night. He is a rookie in the MASL, spent some time in Major League Soccer, originally from Kansas City, and played his college ball at St. Louis University, the same institution that Chad Vandergriff finished up his career at. Chad started at SMU, then finished at SLU. Of course, when you talk about famous LSU players, at least in the Milwaukee area, talking about Joe Hamas. Gibson trying to center. Ball deflected, rebound, fired in, off target. Gibson gets it back, and his shot is wide left. Bennett coming off the wall, and he is cut off by Gibson, fouls called. Ian again with 4 goals and an assist the other night in Kansas City. He is the Waves' leading goal scorer with 18. Both he and Max Ferdinand time for the team lead in scoring with 21 points, which has them tied for 8th in the league.
Yeah, look for the Wave to get those guys going early. When your goal scorers get going early, it usually means good things for your team here.
Sent in, bouncing into the area, scooped up by Neto. Well, I know the Comets organization was talking about Neto quite a bit before he became eligible to play, and at least what we've seen from him initially, Tenzin, he has reinforced all those optimistic comments they had about him.
Absolutely, big body as well.
Wave did get to him for 8 goals in the opener, but he made a lot of good saves. And as you pointed out, his distribution was outstanding in that game, especially in the second half. All right, Milwaukee brings it up from the back. They go left to right here in the first period. Wave just 1 and 2 here on the black turf of Panther Arena. Remember, the last 2 regular seasons here on the home turf, they posted records of 11-1 last year on their way to a 21-3 regular season and eventual championship. And the previous year, 10-1 as part of a 17-5 mark when they made it to the league's Final Four of the playoffs. So they're not accustomed to losing too many here. All told, Milwaukee at home between the now past tense Bradley Center and the Panther Arena, 424 and 155. And there's Matthew Yang going to get called for a penalty there. And
looked like a head-on collision there.
We will have our first power play. You see Gibson getting up, holding his head. And Matthew Yang will head to the penalty box for Milwaukee. So we will take a break. 7:41 left to go, first period, no score. This is Wave Soccer and MASL TV. First period, Kansas City will be on the power play after the 2-minute penalty to Milwaukee's Matthew Yang, a clashing header at 7:19. That one driven in that time by rookie Matt Lewis, off the mark. Gibson with the rebound, falls down.
2v1 here.
Ian with Chino to his right. Plays it off the board, but just a little too far. Well, he had the right idea, was trying to get it off that far board and have Chino run onto it for a potential shot. He missed the mark. Now Chino gets fouled. Milwaukee so far this year does not have a shorthand goal. They have done fairly well penalty killing, 9 of 13 for 69.2%. However, gave up a couple of power play goals on Friday to Kansas City, which was big. Meanwhile, the Comets, as far as power plays go, 6 for 13, 46.2%. They have not allowed any shorthand goals against. Palmer, Lewis, Sosa, Gibson, and looks like Ray Lee on that far side. Lee's got it. He's got a big left foot shot on. Save Rafa. Rebound follow. Sosa knocked down. Now Ian Bennett.
Here we are.
Shorthand bid. He's got Lewis chasing Bennett coming in. Shot just wide. Oh, Ian unlucky as he cracked one off the left post.
And that's what Ian Bennett will give you on these man-down situations. Him in the open field, you take that 1v1 all day.
Gibson looking across. Lee coming in with a shot that's high. Rebound Lewis. Lewis, a rookie out of Fordham, Kansas City native. To the end board, Palmer. Now Lewis steps in, shot blocked by Marcio and rolled back in and covered up by Rafa Diaz. Rafa flips one out, coming on, Stuart Grable with a shot. But Neto able to close the wickets to prevent a shorthand goal there. So Milwaukee getting a couple chances here, shorthanded. Still.
Great little outlet there from Rafa that time for an on-running Stewart.
Just 10 seconds left on the Kansas City power play. Rafa now looking up for LSO. Able to win it from Lee. Now going to the corner, right foot, LSO coming in. LSO trying to center on the play, and the long leg of Neto sweeps it away. Penalties expired as Matthew Yang is back out there for the Wave. Yang, a rookie out of Milwaukee Hamilton High School in UW Parkside, getting some run today here in the first period. Now CVG lays it off. LSO coming in, far side!
Oy.
Sliding effort, just missed by Max Ferdinand. Stokic back the other way for KC.
All the pieces in the 3v2 fit perfectly there. Great outlet pass from Chad. Ball across the box. Just a little bit late to the ball there by Max.
Isaac, he'll drive one wide right, and rebound cleared out by Mikro Sandavari. There's Mikey Herrera trying to stay on it. Nicely done by the 18-year-old rookie out of Milwaukee and Marquette High School, Mikey Herrera. However, KC gets it back. No score yet, but we have had a pretty frantic pace here for the first 10-plus minutes of this game. Not a bad crowd for a Monday morning matinee.
Love it. Got to wrap up in the box here.
Turned away, rebound, follow. Flores, a shot blocked in the middle. Well, I'll tell you, both team defenses stepping up big to stop some good opportunities here on both sides. Isaac, nice touch there. 3-1 for the Wave. CVG coming in. He works, and the shot off the mark. Boy, Wave just cannot make the connection on the odd man rushes here. And now midfield, the Comets will control and back it up on the play.
3 numbers up situations for the Wave. No conversion. So, you know, look for the Wave to, you know, capitalize on these numbers up situations. Kansas City has shown they're susceptible to the counter.
Bradley draws the keeper out. Shot knocked down. Alex lays it back. Herrera, bouncing shot, a goal!
Well done.
Mikey Herrera! His first ever in the Wave leads 1-0.
And we said it, we got some new blood in the lineup this game, and hey, the kid took his chance. Well done, Mikey Herrera. Good little finish. He's buzzing after that one, I'm sure. First goal, well done.
One more time in the Wisconsin Vision instant replay. Bradley's first shot turned away by Neto, but then he lays it back for Herrera, deflecting off the back of the heel of Johnny Sosa into the net. Well, that shot was going to be on target anyways. So believe me, Mikey Herrera is not going to be asking for it back. His first ever professional goal. And the assist to Bradley as Alex picks up his 4th helper of the season. And the Wave leads it 1-0. Huge first goal for Milwaukee here today. And there's no question, Ted, so the Wave looks like they're going to keep the high pressure up here as long as the energy holds out. Matthew Yang will knock it back for Bennett. They'll have to flex off Matt Lewis out of bounds.
Wave doing a nice job of catching Kansas City's defense off balance here, creating numbers up situations.
There's Ali Berry, the rookie out of Madison College, played his high school ball at Madison West, the Madison West Regents. Chino with it now. Looks for Grable on the near side. Wave, of course, still without Robert Renaud and Andre Hain, who are still out due to visa administrative issues. There's a shot by Chino, and it's up high. And I'm not talking about credit cards when I talk about visa issues. Meanwhile, Kansas City still without Ramon Palmer, the other half of the Palmer duo, as he's been sidelined since the beginning of the year with visa problems. There's Berto Palmer, his longtime running mate from Park University and with the Comets. They even spent a year together in Tacoma a couple years ago. Berto getting pressure from Mikey Herrera, finally gets it across for the goalkeeper Neto. 1-0 Wave on the goal by Mikey Herrera, his first ever from Alex Bradley at 11:30 of the first period. Now Bradley pressuring Neto, got a piece of that one. Flores tries to chest it down in the near zone, and it's cleared back. One man we have not seen so far today for Kansas City is Kevin Ellis, their veteran forward, second-year player, as that ball is chipped in net. Good idea, LSO, after getting that loose ball midfield, but he chipped it high. Goalkeeper distribution coming for Neto.
And I like the decision. I like the decision early for the Wave forwards to run at Neto. Just important that the defenders and midfielders step in front of their marks to capitalize on a turnover, though.
Yeah, at least keep that right. Keep that pressure in his mind,
right?
If you can. But talking about Kevin Ellis, had 2 goals the other night, 7 in 3 games this year, and the former MLS star from Kansas City area spent some time with SCKC, not in the lineup today, so I don't know if he got hurt as Bennett's shot is turned away by the goalkeeper Neto. Well, Ian is getting his cracks at the first quarter here, but Neto has denied him after Ian rang up 4 the other night in KC. Marcio sends a spinning ball in, that one grabbed by Neto. And Stokic can't control that one. Ball was moving at a pretty good pace on the ground, deflecting the Wave bench. Wave will put it in. There you get a look at our Wisconsin Vision replay of Neto again. 6'4", long legs, and he seems like he maximizes their use when he's defending the goal.
I like the 1v1 matchups right now for the Wave. Marcio and Ian both have good 1v1s. Hey, well done. There's the blue.
Johnny Sosa getting called for a little bit too aggressive on the challenge, the near board. He can't believe it, but the veteran defender is heading to the box, trying to plead his case as he heads out. Power play for the Wave, their first today, that comes at 14-16 of the first period. Milwaukee, one of the best in the league, 13 for 24, 54.2%. Comets, well, not great at penalty killing, but not horrendous. Killed off 7 of 15, 46.7%. They do have one shorthand goal scored by Gibson.
I like the early decision to shoot there from Luan. Very intentional, turning the defense around with a shot. That's what we got to do. Make these possessions count, every single one.
Luan, Chino, Max, along with Ian and LSO. Or Ian and Marcio, I should say. Chino tied up, but he gets it back. 7 seconds first period. Marcio gonna launch a shot wide right. And now Ray Lee racing upfield, but he's not gonna have time to get a shot off as he and Chino were racing up the boards, and that'll do it for the first period. 1 goal in the first from Mikey Herrera. And as we go to the break, it's Milwaukee 1, Kansas City nothing. Back with the second quarter here on MASL TV. All right, you see the crowd here at Panther Arena as we get ready to start the second period between the Wave and the Kansas City Comets. Milwaukee leading it 1-0 after the first period. The only goal, rookie Mikey Herrera getting his first of the year. Alex Bradley with the assist. So 1-0 Wave. MASL Primetime is a new home for the best highlights, interviews, and action from the MASL each week. Catch the latest episode each Friday as Alex Bashevsky hosts the 30-minute deep dive into the MASL. Make sure to catch every episode. That's MASL Primetime. And Wave would like to thank Miter USA for providing today's match balls. Miter, founded in Huddersfield, England, is among the world's oldest sporting good brands, starting production in 1817. Miter is a proud partner of the Major Arena Soccer League, providing arena-specific match balls to both the MASL and MASL2. Wave on the power play for the first minute 16 of the third period. Ian Bennett with a shot that's deflected away by Matt Lewis. So the Wave going right to left, trying to see if they can extend their one-goal advantage. Corner kick, other side. Max will take it over to Marcio. LSO, Chino, and Ian Bennett, the rest of the power play unit for Wave coach Giuliano Oliviero. Stefan Stokic trying to knock it out of there.
Quick ball movement, so important here on these power plays to shift this forward defense here.
Stokic, Lee, Lewis, and Palmer The penalty killers, Ian Bennett shot, and the save made by Neto. How in the world did he stop that one?
Well done by Chino to keep it alive. Excellent ball there by Max, finding an extra pass. So good at playing balls through legs across the box. Unlucky not to score there.
Well, great look from our end zone camera. Max drives it across, knocked down. Neto is single-handedly keeping the Comets in the game right now. Marcio. Chino. He'll drive one to the far post and deflect it up in the arms of Neto. And Kansas City able to kill off the power play. Here's Gibson coming out of the box. Good hustle back by Ian Bennett to cut off the player coach for the Comets. Leo Gibson, who has been around a long time. 36-year-old out of Monrovia, Liberia. And the shot is scored as Ray Lee has found the back of the net. And the Kansas City Comets have tied it at 1 apiece.
Just a little miscommunication that time by the Wave. Left a man unmarked. What a shot.
Not much that Rafa could do about that one. Kansas City ties it up at 144 as Ray Lee, the veteran rookie, if you will, from St. Louis University, top shelf on that one. Former St. Louis Billiken. And even our old Billiken friend Joe Hamas would admit that was a pretty impressive shot. Joe, of course, a longtime player for the Wave from 2003 through 2012. Man who ended his career with a game-winning goal in the championship. You can't beat that as a way to go out. So, brand new ball game at 1 apiece as Ray Lee gets his 9th of the year. Boy, the Wave had really taken control of the flow of play and was knocking at the door to make it 2-0 on that power play, but great penalty kill by the Comets, Neto especially, with a goal-robbing save of Ian Bennett. And then Comets coming right back down to even the score. Remember, Milwaukee defeated the Comets 11 of 12 prior to Friday's game. Derek Huffman with a shot, knocked down. That's over the past 3 seasons, including playoffs. But I gotta believe, Tenzin, that Kansas City victory the other night really energized the Comets vis-a-vis their rivalry with the Wave.
Yeah, and you could see it in their body language after the game, too. That was a huge win for them, just confidence-wise, after taking a few tough losses early on.
And, you know, when you get a new keeper that you're highly anticipating, and he comes through with a big win, and now what we've seen so far here today, boy, that's just got to change the perspective tremendously on the Kansas City sideline.
Absolutely. It's amazing how important the goalkeeper is nowadays in modern indoor. Getting as many, if not more, touches than field players. So really important that your goalkeeper be an asset to you possession-wise.
Well, like Keith Tozer used to say, outdoor is a horizontal game, indoor is a vertical game. And therefore, the keeper has to become a key part of the offensive format. Nacho working into Gibson. He's done. Boy, I'll tell you, Leo Gibson is taking some knocks here in the first period. Derek Huffman called for the foul. That's a good matchup there. Derek, of course, has got the physical presence to do a little bumping and banging out there. And Gibson, of course, is just a rolling rock of momentum that.
Yeah, and you know, having defended Leo for years, sometimes that's how you got to play him. You can't give him an inch. Once he turns and faces you and is able to penetrate passes behind you, he's dangerous.
Well, Gibson was going to go off, but now he stays back on to initiate the free kick. Drives it in, and Rafa's got it covered. Nicely done by Rafa. Boy, Rafa himself took a deflected shot to the face during warm-ups, Tenzin. We weren't so sure he was going to be able to recover in time for the game, but so far he looks great. And obviously, if the Wave is going to win this game, they'll need another fine performance out of Rafa. Bradley attempted back heel, was broken up. They slot it to Stokic. Stokic cut off that time by Chad Vandergrift. Nicely done by Chad. Wave trying to work it out of the zone. Huffman with some pressure. He's able to shrug off Robert Palmer.
Could be a blue there. Yeah,
midfield. We got a blue card coming on Hector Solario.
Mikey Herrera's making an impact right away in his first game. Just a little hesitation there, opened his body. Hey, drew the foul, well done.
So Wave will go back on the power play, second time today. After Solario will go for tripping at 4:13 of the second period. Wave came close to scoring on the first power play. And they'll put it back in play in front of the Kansas City bench down below. This is the first of a 5-game homestand for Milwaukee. Next game coming up will be versus the Rochester Lancers. That'll be this upcoming Saturday, January 25th at 6:07. Max with a drive, turned away Neto. LSO kept alive on the follow, but the Comets cleared out Leo Gibson with an unfortunate clearance into the crowd. Top of the arc for the Wave. Here we go. Power play restart, top of the arc for Milwaukee. Marcio comes up. He will lay it far side. Shot off the frame by LSO. Oh, unlucky there.
It's a good look. That's all right. Good look that time.
Takeaway here.
Got to cut the pass here.
Chino trying to cut it off as Lewis comes in. He tried to play it to himself off the inboard. Palmer turning, shot, and a goal. A shorthand goal for the Comets. And Kansas City leads it 2-1.
Yeah, you know, that time, as soon as that shot is taken, so important that you go find your open man and wrap him up.
Lewis will get the assists as Bertil Palmer puts it in at 5:02. The Comets with a shorthand goal. Second of the year. Gibson had another one for the Comets earlier this season. And tone of this game has changed dramatically in favor of Kansas City. Robert Palmer, who had a pair of goals the other night, 2 days after celebrating his birthday in Kansas City against the Wave. Now with 6 on the season. Matt Lewis with the assist. And Lewis gets his 3rd helper of the year. Well, Lewis was not looking to distribute initially. He wanted to play it off the inboard to himself,
right.
But then the pass was offline, and then he got a touch that eventually Palmer was able to score. Still 35 seconds to go on the power play for the Wave. That's the first shorthand goal allowed by the Wave this year. LSO! Turning shot and a goal! We're back to even at 2-piece.
Well done, and that's what he can do for you in that target position right there. He's so good at turning, getting that half turn, and just a sweet left foot, top shelf that time. Well done, Luan.
The league's leader in power play goals gets his 6th of the season. And for Luan, Salas Oliveira. He's got the Wave back even at 2 apiece. See Nicolo Neto knocking the ball in disgust, but I'll tell you, Neto has stopped just about everything else the Wave has thrown at him so far. This one high off the end board. Nodded on. Bradley with it at midfield. Alex, good job to keep it going. And now Yang will play it across Herrera. Here's Isaac Pereira. Isaac coming in, laid it out to the middle. Back heel from
Hey. We've seen that back heel before.
Sir Alex!
He must have been working on that back heel in the offseason because we saw a beautiful assist last game to Ian Bennett. This time, choosing to score with the back heel.
Check this one out. Oh,
Gotta love
man.
it. Gotta love it.
6:10, the time the score. Sir Alex gets his 11th of the season. He's got a goal and an assist today. Pereira with the assists. And the Wave up 3-2. Now takeaway.
Great there for Max,
Ian.
stepping in front.
Good track back by the Comets. Ali Berry. Max. Oh, he was trying to get it to the right. But couldn't make the connection there with LSO as he was falling off balance. So LSO with his 14th of the season at 5:41 to tie it up. Bradley was his 11th from Isaac Pereira, who picked up his second assist of the season. And Wave leads it 3-2. Long way to go here today. Header coming back just high. Oh, Lewis almost headed it in from the top of the arc. And Ian Bennett run over by Solario, who already picked up a blue card before, and he's lucky he didn't get another one there. Rich Grady, Brian Martin, the officials today. Yeah, looked like he had a little more leverage toward the ball. That's replay, but midway through second period, just about. Wave leading 3-2. And I would say, Tenzin, if not for some great goalkeeping and maybe unluck on both sides of the opportunities, we could easily have another 2 or 3 goals each side apiece here.
Yeah, you'd have to say in the early going here, the Wave has had the better of the play. More possession, meaningful possession. Possessions that end with shots and crosses, right? That's what you'd like.
And that one deflects off Leo Gibson out of bounds, and that will bring us to our media timeout. We got a good one going here today, fans. Don't go anywhere. Wave leads it 3-2. We're coming back with more on MASL TV. There is Ian Bennett, Wave team captain, third all-time leading scorer of the team. There's Marcio Leite, who, by the way, had the assist on LSO's power play goal at 5:41 that tied it up. That was just 39 seconds after Kansas City had scored a shorthand goal from Robert Palmer to take a 2-1 lead. Marcio, one of the long-time outstanding players for the Milwaukee Wave. Still just 35 years young in his 12th season with Milwaukee.
See the 4 offense here.
The high 4 offense with one post-up guy, which at this point it's Max down there. LSO getting harassed by Solario, and eventually the Comets knock it loose. Now Marcio is wiped out by Stokic on the far wall. Hard tackle there by Stefan Stokic, who's not afraid to lay out a few people out there.
Ooh.
Lucky, hopefully Marcio, no worse for the wear. Stokic, an original member of the Comets, back for their revival going to the 2010-11 season. Now Huffman, Derek along the end board. Still able to control. Huffman out of Elgin, Illinois, played his college soccer at UIC and SIUE.
See Huffman clear out of the zone for a 1v1 there. You like what you see right here.
Marcio against Stokic on the left foot, drives it in off the end board. Follow Ian, knocked down. Oh, Ian with a great look there.
Great option there. Go back to Marcio. Yeah, he's got a good 1v1 there.
Ian cannot believe at this stage, Ted, that he doesn't have at least a couple of goals in this contest. But again, credit Neto and the Kansas City defense for coming up with some big plays to stop him. Here's Nacho Flores trying to get around the sliding defender, Matthew Yang. Matthew with a good defensive shift there to
well done.
Help win the possession for Milwaukee. Leo Gibson comes up. It looks like he's going to be able to keep the possession that time. Mikko Sandavari with it. Now over to Ray Lee. Lee looking to see if he could tee one up, but instead Yang closes him down. He's going to go back to Sandavari. Sandavari, one of a host of players on this team who played his college ball at Park University in Parkville, Missouri, not too far from Kansas City. Gibson got inside position that time, but his shot was off the mark. Sosa with it. Johnny Sosa, a former UMKC Kangaroo, originally from Medellin, Colombia.
Long shift here defensive for the Wave. This is where you got to just really dial in, make sure you're not losing your marks.
25 is Ray Sari, first time that we've called his name today. Huffman just got called for the foul on Leo Gibson. Huff the stuff. Acquired by Milwaukee from the Orlando Seawolves. Seawolves, by the way, got lit up yesterday in Lakeland by the Tropics, 16-3. And I got a feeling, Tenzin, it's going to be a long rest of the season for the Orlando Seawolves. But they did show some heart and spirit in that game.
Yeah, you know, you got to learn. That's the indoor game.
Here comes Stuart Grable. Grable coming in. Forced Neto to make a save there.
High press here.
Lee trying to get out of the zone. Now cut off by Ian Bennett. And Ian bumped off from behind. Comets come back. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Lee coming in. Lee fires a shot just wide. Rafa came out to cut the angle. Comets keep it alive. Now Flores back for Sari. Into Gibson. Header wide right. Gibson follows. And somehow Rafa able to stop him. And he got knocked out, however. Knocked down, I should say. As we do see movement from Rafa. Collision between him and Gibson. And Leo claiming that there should have been a foul called against the Wave.
Let's see if we can see the replay here.
All right, pass in. Gibson with the header. And then as he and Huffman were battling for it.
Looked like he caught the back of Huffman there, actually.
So, Gibson, again, was complaining about Africa. Well, he's probably saying that Rafa grabbed him on the way down there or something. I'm not so sure about that. He was knocked out by Huffman, and then you saw Derek getting in the face of Leo Gibson afterwards. So hopefully Rafa's okay. Of course, the backup keeper for the Wave is the veteran Matt Isold. Maddie, the former star out of Wisconsin Lutheran University. Now in his 6th season with the Wave. 31-year-old.
This is why you practice every day. Make sure you're, crossing your T's, dotting your I's as a goalkeeper, because, it's a physical game and your number can get called at any moment.
And of course, the Wave still without their veteran goalkeeper, Josh Lemos, arguably the #1 keeper in the MASL, who went down with a preseason knee injury. He had surgery a couple of months ago. And I know Josh, he still has not ruled himself out for this season. That would be quite a recovery if he's able to come back at any point before the end of the season, which would be end of April, beginning of May, when the postseason finishes up. But I'm not going to put anything past Josh. That's for sure. Outside of being on the team, the best way to know what's happening in the MASL is to tune into the Kick This. Every weekend, Soccer Sam discusses the in and outs of all the MASL action. Find Kick This every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern on iHeartRadio. And you're watching the Wave and Comets on MASL TV. Catch every game every week on the league's official streaming home, MASL.tv. Remember, you can get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams. Make sure you're following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and MASL Arena on Twitter. There's a look at Matt Isold, the Burlington native. Arguably the 2nd greatest professional player to ever come out of Burlington High School, beside Tony Romo. As Rafa now getting the jersey back on. And when you're the size of Rafa, it takes a little while to peel off those jerseys and stick them back on there.
Yeah, I have to imagine, Rafa, after these games, as physical as he plays, ice packs all over. Well, glad he's okay.
So, hopefully he's good to go to continue here. Ricardo going to give him a little extra tape on that right wrist. But I would say that nobody can question Rafa's physical durability or toughness from what we've seen him this year, Tenzin. He is, every game, taking a bunch of hard shots and somehow able to shrug it off and get back up there. But no question, this guy he has a lot of heart and ready to play every time he comes out there. Marcio will bring it up. 3-2 with 3:40 left to go here in the first half. And it has been a barn burner already here from Panther Arena in Milwaukee.
Looking for Bradley here.
Speaking of Soccer Sam, his team, the Rochester Lancers, coming to town for our next home game. That'll be this upcoming Saturday, January 25th, 6:07 p.m. Order your tickets at MilwaukeeWave.com. You can also call the Rock Ventures Wave office, 414-224-WAVE. That's 414-224-9283. Chino has it broken up on a sliding effort that time by Nacho. Coming back now. So Wave will reset with 2:50 left to go here in the first half. Vandergriff with it. Will nudge it over to the keeper. Now here's Chino back for Diaz. Remember, MilwaukeeWave.com is your source for everything Wave. News, information, tickets, apparel, youth camps, whatever you're looking for relative to Milwaukee Wave, it's MilwaukeeWave.com. This is game 1 of a 5-game homestand that will also feature Rochester this upcoming Saturday, Kansas City again on February 8th, Harrisburg on February 9th, and the Florida Tropics February 16th. Foul called on the Wave. Casey will be low. So Rochester will be coming in as a winless team, Tenzin. Not to say the Wave is going to take them for granted. After that, Kansas City, Harrisburg, Florida. That is a pretty impressive slate right there. Those should all be great games, and the Wave is going to really have to play well to try and come out with a victory against either of those teams.
Absolutely. It's going to be an interesting end of the season here. Every game so vital, especially your home games.
Tight playoff races in each division. All you can say is that Monterey will be in the playoffs. They're 13-0, and quite frankly, I don't know. I would not be surprised if they go undefeated. I know that's almost ridiculous to say in a 24-game top-flight professional league season, but you tell me. They got San Diego once at home. If there's anybody else who's going to beat them, it's going to really take one heck of an effort.
Absolutely. Looking at their schedule, it could be that way, you know. But if I'm Monterey, you're playing one game at a time. That's what's gotten them to where they're at right now.
Oh, great save, Rafa, right there. As he was able to stop Stokic now on the rebound. Stokic going to call for the foul, which I think that's his third of this half. So you better be careful not to pick up another one here in the remaining 55 seconds. Remember, in the MASL, you get 3 personal fouls on your fourth. Your team gives up a 2-minute power play. Now, LSO and Rafa, I thought they were going to switch, but actually it's just LSO going to tie Rafa's shoes, so Rafa doesn't have to take off his gloves. I can assure you fans, Rafa does know how to tie his shoes, but in theory, this should make it go faster, although I'm not so sure. LSO taking his time there. Of course, it's not always the easiest to tie it from in front, especially if you haven't had kids. You don't get a lot of practice doing that. Marcio.
Good outlet there by Marcio.
Does well to find Max. Final minute of play in the first half. Wave leading 3-2. Now, Palmer with it for Kansas City. He has one of the 2 goals along with Ray Lee. For Milwaukee, it's Mikey Herrera, LSO, and Alex Bradley. And again, the score of this game does not belie the up and down action and the chances both teams have had here in this first half. Could have easily been 6-5 at the very least. Gibson trying to pass it back in again, and again rejected by Max. Now Marcio steps up, was trying to get it out of the zone. Gibson runs up to get it. LSO chasing in the corner, trying not to foul him. 4 seconds as the ball pops free, and the shot saved by Rafa on that shot by Lee, and I think that would have counted had it got through. So big save by Rafa. Check it out one more time on the Wisconsin Vision Instant Replay. Indeed, it was on target and right at the buzzer. All right, so a great first half. Wave will take a 3. We will now send it to MASL Primetime.
Coming up next on MASL Primetime, St. Louis and Milwaukee go toe-to-toe in what just might be the game of the year in the MASL. Could the ambush take down the reigning champs? We take a closer look at the Gateway City in this week's Team Spotlight as St. Louis is coming on strong after a slow start, and the legend Keith Tozer.
Is there any other coach who talks at halftime? I can't think of any. So, but, you know, they're trying to push the prime time, plus it takes a little while. I mean, it's a long show. Yeah, good show, I gotta say.
Head coach Julian Olivier, coach, as he heads back in the locker room, we will get ready for halftime here for Wave.
What a half.
It's so funny. It's like this, I know exactly the type of game they like. People know.
He's the all-time winningest coach in North American indoor soccer history. So when Keith talks, you listen. It's all coming up next. This is MASL Primetime. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Alex Bastiavansky. You know, there aren't many certainties in life, but there is one thing you can bank on. Look at the Eastern Conference, and you're sure to see the Milwaukee Wave at or near the top of the standings. Year in, year out, the Wave are challenging for the title, and of course, they are the reigning MASL champions. The problem is, when you're number one, everyone is gunning for you. Now, the Wave had successfully weathered that storm, however, with just a single loss on its record heading into Week 8, and they were trying to keep the ball rolling against St. Louis on Sunday. Highlights in this segment are brought to you by Mitre Soccer. Mitre is the official soccer ball of the MASL. This might just go down as the game of the year in the MASL. St. Louis and Milwaukee, it was insane. The ambush get off to a great start. JT Thomas to Dudico Carvalho, 1-0. 3 minutes later, it's Thomas turning and burning it past Rafa Diaz. There was no scoring actually until the third quarter after that. Own goal by Milwaukee right there. Ouch. Thomas getting credit for that one. And then leading 3-1, Carvalho picks up his second of the day. 4-1 ambush. And they weren't done. Mario Marcos streaking down the pitch. Hammers one over the shoulder of Diaz. St. Louis up 6-1 on the defending champions. What was going on? But the Wave woke up. Luan Oliveira, a howler from distance. That makes it 6-2. Now, Milwaukee had already been playing with 6 attackers out, and they kept it up. It was working. Ian Bennett, 5-hole on Nascimento to cut their deficit to 3. Coach Oliveira talks to his team and says, we're sticking with 6 attackers, boys. Milwaukee showing the heart of a champion. They just never give up. Oliveira pulls them to within a single goal. Finally, Alex Bradley completes the comeback. There was less than 3 minutes left on the clock, and then...
Now Izak running onto it. Izak's 2-on-2 with Wiedebach. Izak coming in, Wiedebach! Oh, no! Wave has come all the way back to take the lead at 7-6!
Unreal, but hold on. Tony Walls wasn't finished yet for St. Louis. He's been their main man all year. 20 seconds left. He ties it up. So this one was headed to overtime where the ambush quickly take the restart kick, surprising Milwaukee. Philippe Silva playing the hero for St. Louis. What a massive win for the visitors. By far their biggest of the season. Luan Oliveira was disappointed by the loss, obviously, but still kept a positive outlook when interviewed afterwards.
We took a while to get going, and I mean, we fought it to the end, and it's just silly mistakes that we can correct during the week, but learn from the mistakes, take whatever was good, and then move on because, you know, it was only 8 games, we played 7, so we got a long way to go, and we're in a good spot, so just got to keep working.
Okay, Utica City hosting the Harrisburg Heat for a while. It looked like the Blues were going to run away with this one. Bo Yellowvac takes the return feed from Nate Bordeaux. That is your opener. They would lead 2-0 after 15 minutes. First minute of the second quarter, Liam Callahan rips it home. But Harrisburg would storm back. J.J. Gibson, beautiful here. Roof Daddy, what a beauty. Second half now, tied 3-3 at this point. Nelson Santana pokes it past Andrew Coughlin to give his squad the lead. They would actually go up 5-3, but Christian Segura draws the Blues to within a single goal right there. Fourth quarter was all Utica. Jake Schindler with the sweet move, and then the finish. And they were even Steven. Finally, it's Nate Bordeaux with his second tally of the season, and that proves to be the game winner. As Utica gets pushed to the limit by Harrisburg, but come away with a 7-5 victory at home.
Yeah, you know, unfortunately, we made it a little interesting, and we didn't want it to get to that point. But the fact that we could get, I think, 5 goals in a row scored against us and still come back and win, with a lot of guys going down and injured, shows a lot about this team.
Okay, a quick look at the MASL points leaders through 8 weeks of play, and leading the way now, Brian Aguilar of Monterey, followed by Enrique Cañez. Leo Gibson tied with Nick Pereira, Ricardo Carvalho, and Frank Taiyu of the Ontario Fury. Hey, welcome back to MASL Primetime. The St. Louis ambush pulled off what might just be The biggest shocker so far this season when they dropped the Milwaukee Wave on the road, no less, last Sunday. Now, was it unexpected? Yeah. St. Louis had won just 3 contests prior and were facing the reigning MASL champions, but the Ambush feel they're just getting going after a slow start to the season and are convinced they're destined for bigger things. We take a look at St. Louis now in this week's MASL Team Spotlight.
Here to take the corner with St. Louis, Duduca, JT, and Dos Santos. Touched over to JT, the shot, he scores! The Englishman, JT Thomas, wins it in overtime!
It took until week 4, but St. Louis finally nabbed its first win of the campaign on that JT Thomas strike. Making it extra sweet was that it was against arch rival Kansas City. But the Ambush unquestionably got off to a slow start this season. Heading into week 8, they'd won just 3 of 8 contests, but then they hit Milwaukee.
Gonna get a foul on Huffman. Oh, quick restart, shot and a goal. That is a game winner for the Ambush. They won it 8-7.
A win over the defending MASL champions was just what the doctor ordered and has the Ambush feeling confident going forward.
It was great. It was great. Play against Milwaukee Wave. Away is a hard game, a tough game, and against the championship. And like the game was winning, was losing, and overtime, that's a great win.
St. Louis showed its moxie and what it's capable of when they've got their big guns firing. Tony Walls has been their go-to guy all season long. The forward leads the team in scoring and was named MASL Player of the Week for week number 6. Duduca Carvalho and JT Thomas aren't far behind Walls in terms of production, and keeper Paulo Nascimento has kept them in countless games. The Ambush are a tight-knit group. Brazilian Nascimento loves the family atmosphere on the team and feels that can only benefit them as they drive towards a playoff spot.
I feel so good to be here, and we're keeping working hard. You know, our organization is growing as a team. I have other players, more experience, more confident. So I think that's our family. Like you have our hashtag Rise as One. I think it's really important.
Okay, more highlights. The Ontario Fury head south of the border to take on Sonora, and the Soles hit first. Alejandro Leyva playing the ricochet perfectly, ball to head to the back of the net. He makes it 1-0 for Sonora. Ontario responding quickly though. Jesus Pacheco smokes it past Alejandro Gallardo, his first of the campaign. That ties it up 1-1. Now, Enrique Cañas has been absolutely shredding the MASL. This game was no different with his squad leading 4-3 early in the second quarter. Enrique smacks it top shelf, and Sonora had a 2-goal bulge. Second half, now Cañas will dance around the keeper here and make it 6-3 for the Soles, and then it's Leyva picking up his second tally of the day. Sonora would pull away in the end big time. They hold Frank Tailloux to a single goal and top Ontario 11-5. Okay, Monterey had a busy week 8 with 3 games. They were in Mesquite. The Outlaws draw first blood. Oscar Romero makes it 1-0 for the home team. Watch this though. I believe it's Victor Quiros right there with the beautiful dummy move. Things that don't show up on the stat sheet but are so huge. Hector Vallejo the finish. Nice play. Jorge Rios on the break here. He rips it past Esteban Vasquez. That makes it 2-1 for the Flash. Second quarter, Jamie Lovegrove going to work. Nice little tap in to tie it up once again. And then it's Jamie just $1.05 later, giving Mesquite the 3-2 lead. And they were feeling anything was possible. Fourth quarter, though, Roberto Escalante gets what proves to be the game winner for Monterey. Beautiful shot as they get pushed hard by Mesquite, but hold on for the 10-8 victory. Okay, one more before the break. Dallas hosting Monterey. Brian Aguilar led the MASL in scoring after week 8. He has been torching keepers this year and gets things started for the Flash, making it 1-0 right there. And then it's Christian Quintana Oops. Yeah, his reaction says it all. Happens to the best of us, Christian. Own goal. Just before the quarter ends, Jorge Rios gets his second. 3-0. The onslaught would continue. Edgar Flores, fantastico. One-time perfection. Then Monterrey steals, and this is Rios getting the hat trick. 5-0 Flash. At that point, Dallas does get one back. No style points, but it all counts the same. Philip D'Souza. Monterrey cruises. Jonathan Segura stopped by afterwards to talk about what went wrong.
And we got to work out on some stuff that we need to fix. I mean, there's always room for improvement, and we got a lot of improvement to do to get up there and get those wins.
Hey, welcome back to MASL Primetime. And the man joining me now is an absolute legend in American soccer. He's the host of the extremely popular World of Futsal podcast, a former MASL bench boss. In fact, the all-time winningest coach in the history of North American indoor soccer. Keith Tozer joins me. Keith, welcome to MASL Primetime.
Hey, Alex. Great to be on the show. I love the show. I watch it every week. You've done a fantastic job, and I can't wait to see more shows down the road.
Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate it. And it's great to have you on because you are a huge part of the history of the game as well. Going back to when the original major indoor soccer league was formed in 1978, I didn't realize this. You were the first ever player drafted into the league with the old Cincinnati Kings. Just give us some of your memories that really stand out to you about playing and then coaching arena soccer professionally.
Yeah, Walt Chesowitz, who actually was the head coach of the 1980 Olympic team, was asked by Earl Foreman and Ed Tepper, could you take care of the MISL college player draft? And so basically what he did is he took the pool of the Olympic players and he drafted us all the different teams. I was actually waiting to get a call from the Washington Diplomats of the NASL to go play outdoor. I got a call from Keith Von Aaron, who became an all-star in the MISL. And he said, Keith, you were just drafted #1 to the Cincinnati Kids of the Major Indoor Soccer League. And I said, who, what, where am I going? Next thing you know, I meet Pete Rose, who was our owner. And then in December 22nd, I played in the first game in Nassau Coliseum. It was a fantastic day in the history for indoor soccer, and I've been proud to be part of indoor soccer ever since.
And you've been involved now with the U.S. futsal team for decades, and you're currently the technical director for the United States Youth Futsal. Your podcast is about futsal, of course, so many arena players are also tremendous futsal players. There's a lot of crossover there. It's a global game. Just talk to us about what drew you to futsal.
Yeah, Alex, actually, the coaching convention's coming up in Baltimore this coming week, and it's all about outdoor soccer, and there's really nothing about indoor soccer. So where does a coach learn how to teach indoor soccer? So I was fortunate to be the captain of the team, 86 U.S. national futsal team. It was really called five-a-side at that time. And my journey from futsal started there. When I took over the coaching job in 1996 with the help of John Kowalski, I learned so much. When I went on a trip, I would knock on the door of the coach of Brazil's hotel room and said, hey, can I take you to lunch? Why do you do this? Done the Italian coach, the Portuguese coach, and then came back and kind of blended the methodology of futsal into indoor soccer. And then to teach it correctly, I needed to bring players from Brazil. So Marcio Leite, Chico, Luana Vera, and the list goes.
All right, here we go. Second half underway here from Panther Arena in Milwaukee. Tom went along with Wave former team captain Tenzin Rampa. And there is a look at the new goalkeeper for the Milwaukee Wave, Matt Isold, the veteran out of Burlington, Wisconsin, and Wisconsin Lutheran University. And Tenzin, I just got to believe that Rafa took one too many knocks in that first half that saw him take several, and just unable to answer the bell here. Could perhaps be a second precautionary kind of thing. You know, knowing Rafa, I'm sure he probably wanted to be out there, but because he did finish the first half in the nets. But Matt Isold is the man, and so now it's up to Matty to see if he can hold the fort.
Yeah, and you know, we're lucky to have Matt, you know, a player that's always going to be ready to go, and another good shot stopper.
Foul going to be called against the Wave, and since it occurred in the penalty area, but not a scoring chance, it'll be a top the arc restart. Sosa with a shot and a goal. Oh, Johnny Sosa, that was pretty slick as he bangs in the shot to tie the score up at 3. Time of the goal off the restart at 42 seconds of the third period. We are back to even at 3 apiece. John Sosa
See
with
the
his
wall
fourth
set up right here.
Yeah, there was a break in the wall, but man, he had a good fake initially, and then was able to put a nice shot in on goal.
Yeah, a little hesitation move there from Sosa to get the wall to split. Good finish.
And just like that, back to even at 3 apiece. Sosa with his 4th of the year, 42 seconds in the third period. Marcio steps in to get it back. Bradley, little touch. Pereira running through. Izak cut off on the play by Matt Lewis. Now Flores with it. Wave gets it back. Marcio, 3-2 in the zone. Marcio, Pereira, Bradley trying to get it. But well done by Solario to come up with it now. Almost a bad giveaway by the Comets back in their defensive end. But no harm as they clear out. So Rafa Diaz, after coming up with 10 saves in the first half, out of the lineup here in the second half. Matt Isold has taken over. Matty making his second appearance of the year, has played just a few minutes prior to today. Isold now in his 6th season with the Wave. Hasn't had a ton of playing experience, but enough that he knows what it's like to be in there. Career 3-2 in 6 previous appearances for the Wave. Off the inboard in front! And Herrera in a bid for a second goal, and it got cleared off the line.
Great ball off the boards that time by Huffman. Tell you what, Mikey finds himself in nice positions in the box there.
The 18-year-old Milwaukee native getting his first goal ever at 11:30 the first period to kick off the scoring in this contest. Since then, LSO and Bradley have tallied for Milwaukee. Lee, Palmer, and Sosa, who scored just 42 seconds into this period, been on the board for KC. Season series tied at 1-1. This is game 3 of a 5-game season series. Teams will meet again on Saturday, February 8th, 6 o'clock game here at Panther Arena. Ali Berry drives one in, deflected away. Did it go outside the corner flag? If it did, it should be top of the arc restart, but let's see what's happening. Now they're just going to say block shot, and so they'll kick it in from the side, which is near the corner.
Got to get set.
All right, Max, ready to put it in. He looks, comes in. LSO lines one up, but he's a bit high. LSO with a goal today, his 14th of the year, his 6th power play tally of the year, which leads the MASL. Max trying to slip one through for Bradley, running through and get tripped up.
Good time to press here.
Now trying to keep the press on Neto. Pass is broken up. Ian Bennett coming in. Bennett with a shot and headed away is Johnny Sosa. Man on the spot for KC. Stokic trying to get back upfield now. Sari coming in. Sari chips one up over Eisel as the shot was high. Good job by Eisel to come out and cut the angle. Good job by LSO to win it there. Now Max.
2v1.
Max
Ian
2-1 with
flank.
Ian. IMAX tandem coming in. IMAX tandem coming in. Pass across, broken up. Max centers it for Ian, and it's knocked away by the Comets. Well, great defensive stand there by KC. IMAX tandem was looking to put one up on the big screen, but the Comets break it up. Comets have had some of the most timely defense near the goal today, Tenzin, that I have seen in a long time. You see Sosa heading that one off the line on Mikey Pereira's bid for a second goal. Stokic is down. You know, you look at the Comets bench, they are not overloaded with personnel today.
No, only 5 guys on the bench.
And so they can ill afford too many injuries in this contest. Again, Kevin Ellis did not make the trip today. We have not heard an update on him. I'm assuming he got banged up in that game Friday night against the Wave, in which he tallied a pair of goals. Big loss for KC. You're talking about a guy who scored 7 goals in 3 games this year after 10 in 10 in his first season in the MASL last year. Stokic is up and hopefully going to be okay as he comes off to the near sideline. Again, Stokic not afraid to throw his body around out there, that's for sure. That's how he stayed in this league for 10 years.
Absolutely.
He's an iconic player down in KC, no doubt about that.
Every player's got a Stokic, or every team's got a Stokic.
Yeah, I think you're probably right about that. All right, here's Milwaukee with Chino. Chino with an assist on LSO's power play goal in the second quarter. Trying to work the corner, foul is called. Rich Grady and Brian Miller, the officials today. They've whistled 3 penalties, 2 against KC, 1 against Milwaukee. KC was also given a yellow card, 5-minute delay a game coming into the half since they were late coming out here to start the third quarter, but did not cost them anything as far as man on the field.
Yeah, I tell you what, Alex Bradley is on today. Great touch to bring that ball down. Not an easy situation there with an on-pressing defender.
He has been on fire as of late. 8 goals in 4 games, including this one, and a couple of assists to go along. Al Marcio looking across for Isaac Pereira. Pass over his head, cleared out. And I'm already noticing, Tenzin, now that the Comets have tied it up, they're going to back off the high pressure here for a little bit.
Yeah, you can see them opting to defend in the half court.
Mikey Pereira lost the touch there. Berto trying to come away from it. Gino steps in, but it comes over to Vandegrift. He'll send it back. But as we talked about again, not a large amount of depth on that bench here today, so they might be trying to conserve a bit of energy with the available players that they have. Lucas Rodriguez not here today either, and of course he is a stalwart midfielder defender for the Comets. Friday was about the first time they had all their personnel, and then it only lasted for 1 game. They're already down a couple of guys coming into this one.
Yeah, and you know, KC might be thinking away in another building with short personnel. You know, they may be happy with 3-3. Going into the fourth quarter, tied or down 1 even might be all right.
And again, they're kind of playing with house money because they've won the first of these back-to-back meetings Friday night in Kansas City. So,
right, good point.
You kind of take it from that perspective. Oh, great look! And the attempted redirection by Huffman turned away by Neto. Oh, great ball to Huffman in the middle. I think that might have been Chino. And speaking of Chino, he's going to get a blue card here and go to the box for 2 minutes. Time the penalty at 6:12.
A little overzealous, it looked like, on the double team there.
Second against Milwaukee. Total of 4 in the contest, not including penal offenses, like the 5-minute yellow card for delay game the Comets got. Here's starting the, yeah, Chino, great ball to Huffman, and now again, Neto with a good save. So Milwaukee will see if they can try to kill this one off. Able to stop Kansas City on a power play back in the first period after Matthew Yang went off for a dangerous play. KCO for one of the power play, but they did score a shorthand goal a bit later. Shot deflects, turned away. Marcia will clear. Bennett, LSO, Grable, and Leite, the penalty killers for the Wave. Lewis with it for KC. He's out there with Sosa, Gibson, Berto, and Ray Lee. Gibson, this is wide right. Palmer with the rebound.
So important to get up in the attacking player's face so they don't get a shot. Oh, great finish that time by Leo. Ball gets played through the diamond.
And Gibson scores the goal. I believe Ray Lee has the assist at 7:19. So we're going to take a break, but the Comets take the lead for the second time today on this power play goal. Roberto Palmer to Leo Gibson. Coming back with more on MASL TV. So the Kansas City Comets have come out with a pair of goals here in the first half of the third period, and they have now regained the lead 4-3 over the Milwaukee Wave here in Milwaukee. Hope you're enjoying this game on MASL TV, wherever you may be. Here in the Milwaukee area, state of Wisconsin, in the Kansas City metro area, or the states of Missouri or Kansas. Anywhere in the United States of America, North American continent, planet Earth, International Space Station, or worlds beyond, welcome one and all. Had a good one here today. Seesawed back and forth. Second time the Comets have had the lead. And looking to win their third consecutive game and their second straight against the Wave. Wave trying to avoid their third straight loss. It's been a while since Milwaukee's lost 3 in a row. Lewis with a good job to step up and take it away from Pereira. And the Comets will bring it up.
Wave need to be careful not to get countered as, you know, KC bunkers down in that half-court offense. You can get susceptible to a counter.
Comets trying to see if they beat Milwaukee for the second straight time after dropping 11 of the previous 12, including last year's playoff series. Good job by Huffman to get that one in the corner. Now Isaac coming back at midfield, and he is cut off on a solid check from Ray Lee. Bradley, great pass, Bennett, shooting, oh! They weren't going to stop him that time. We're tied at 4.
Great finish that time from Ian Bennett, and an excellent one-time ball by Bradley to knock it off the wall there.
Time of the goal at 9:06. Ian Bennett, number 19 of the season.
On his first touch.
And even Neto got a piece of that, but fortunately for the Wave, he could not keep it out. He had robbed Ian of at least a couple of almost sure goals earlier in this match, and maybe a couple other 80%ers. So,
yeah, and that's just good experience there from Ian, understanding that Bradley is going to knock it off the wall there and just needs to get in the box.
Oh, great effort there by Grable to keep it alive. Marcio trying to come back, 3-2. Far side, Ian settles, trying to get it back, and he did get it back! What the shot save, Neto. Gibson clears. So Bennett with his 19th, Bradley with his second assist of the game, his 5th of the season. Alex Bradley has just been on fire, the third-year player out of Loras University. Originally from England. Second year with the Wave, and Alex has really come on here in the first half of the season for the Wave. Neto throws it into the penalty box, but they're going to say Gibson had a touch.
You know, you want to play with consistent players, and that's what Alex Bradley has been this whole game. Very consistent, good decisions.
Yeah, it seemed like it took him a little while to warm up to the Wave system last year, Tenzin, when he first came, but he has certainly really stepped up his game here this season. Max in the corner. Max still among the league leaders in assists. Leo Gibson, by the way, with that power play goal at 7:19 to put the Comets up 4-3. That was his 16th of the year, and it gives him 31 points overall. He tops the MASL scoring chart. Ricardo Carvalho of the Florida Tropics in second with 29. I know Tacoma's Nick Pereira is still up there. Pereira, the player coach for the Stars, former star with the Milwaukee Wave. Mikey Herrera almost cleaned one up with a rebound there, top of the box. Is
well done. Just got to get over the ball there a little bit, but again, finds himself in a great position.
.351 to go, third period, as you look at Matt Icehold coming on to start the second half after Rafa Diaz.
There's the high press.
Was played well in the first half, but maybe physically just got beaten up too much to continue. Foul going to be called. It's going to be on Derek Huffman. He gets the first, his half. Some of you fans online got to see MASL Primetime at halftime. Remember, MASL Primetime is a new home for the best highlights, interviews, and action from the MASL each week. Catch the latest episode each Friday as Alex Bashchavansky hosts the 30-minute deep dive into the MASL. Make sure to catch every episode. That is a great show. Top of the arc shot, and the wall held tough that time as Sosa came up and smashed it in the wall. Sosa had
got to wrap up here.
On a free kick earlier. All right, Wave tracking back defensively. Huffman against Gibson. That's a good matchup there. Derek has stayed with him. Gibson only scoring on the power play so far today. Gibson, of course, a longtime player for the Comets. First year, though, as the head coach. So this is definitely a learning experience for him as well. Sari plays it in for Lee. Sari gets it back. Sari drives it in. Save made by Geisel, and he covers up. And a foul going to be called on Robert Palmer. So
good hands there from Matt.
Good reaction there from Matty. You know, I was going to say, aside from Kevin Ellis today, no Kyle Williams either for the Comets. So That's part of the reason why they are substantially short of bodies down there. A heck of an effort so far by Kansas City to hang in there against the Wave, tied at 4. 2 minutes left to go, just over in the third quarter. Giving up, long shot, and that one tailing wide right. And Isel diving back in to cover up. Almost an unlucky giveaway there for the Wave. Again, KC laying back defensively. Max, he'll fire a shot. Turned away by Neto. Good strike that time by Max.
Good opportunity to win it back in an advantageous position here if we're organized.
And Gibson with the bicycle to clear the zone.
Oh, wow.
Ends up on the foot of Sari, trying to come forward. Grable gets it. Grable over to LSO. Nice turn there as Nacho almost took it away. 3-on-3. LSO goes to Max in the corner off the end board. Looking back for LSO. Max gets it back. Ian turns, shoots. That one deflected wide. Wave is definitely getting some cracks at the goal now. Isold coming out. Nicely done by Matty Isold. Steered away from the defender. Up for Ian. He's going to stay out there as they come up 3-on-3. He'll fire the shot. Save made Neto. LSO with a follow-up in the stands. End-to-end action here, fans. Take a look one more time. On that long attempt that just missed, and Matty Isold scrambling out to get it. So Isold did not play in the first half, but he's certainly getting a workout here in the second half.
Yeah, and with every save, you can see his confidence growing. You know, you can see his nice touch out of pressure there. That's what you like to see.
Well, Tenz, again, you've played with Matt most of the time in practice over the past several years, but again, he's always seemed like a pretty solid keeper from the times that I've seen him.
Yeah, and the best thing about Matt is he puts the work in, right? So he's always working. He's there early in the morning. Doing everything that you want a player to do that's learning the game.
Well, being a backup keeper in soccer, much like being a backup quarterback in football, you rarely get an opportunity to start. I shouldn't say rarely, depends what team you're on, but the times you do play usually come very suddenly when you have to go in if the other guy is injured or maybe just persistently banged up in this case, as Rafa was. Final 15 seconds of the third quarter. Marcio coming up. Marcio double team, tried to fire it in. Shot blocked as he battles for it with Stokic and Palmer. Marcio came away with it. Now Max rolls one in. Shot deflected away, 3 seconds left, and that's going to do it for the third period. Kansas City outscores the Wave 2-1. We have a barn burner going here. Fourth quarter coming up, fans. There's Matt Isold, goalkeeper for the Wave. It's Milwaukee 4, Kansas City 4. Coming back with more on MASL. 4-4 as we go to the fourth in Milwaukee between the Wave and the Kansas City Comets. These two longtime rivals here in the Major Arena Soccer League. And what a game we've seen so far here today. Tom went along with former Wave team captain Tenzin Rappa. That's Van McNeil, the impresario here at Wave games at the Panther Arena. There's some of the crowd for this MLK Matinee Day special. And Tenzin, the effort and performance of these teams has not disappointed the crowd here today.
Yeah, it's another classic KC and Wave matchup here, and two games down to the wire, just like Friday. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens here in the fourth quarter. Looking forward to it.
Matty Isold going back to his spot in the goal to the right as he took over for Rafa Diaz, who we're just speculating that he was just too banged up physically to come back for this second half. He did finish out the first half. A reminder once again that the MASL and Miters share a long-term vision to see arena soccer grow in North America. Miters Astro Division ball is the official game ball for the MASL. Miters Astro Division is designed specifically for play on artificial surfaces and features a more accurate flight than the average ball and has a 30% reduced bounce to make it play more efficiently in arena soccer. Remember, you're watching the Wave and Comets on MASL TV. Catch every game each week on League's official streamed home MASL TV. Fourth quarter tied at 4. Wave going right to left as we look at the action. Bennett trying to get top of the area, cut off by 3 defenders. It comes back to Marcio. Now we'll play it to Chino near side. Angel Curiel, Chino centering on the play, sliding effort, cleared out, and it will be kicked in from the near sideline. Was not an intentional clearance out, so they put it on the side instead of top of the arc.
Great look there by Chino. That's what you want from your isolated 1v1 players, the ball through the box.
Max off the end board. Ian turning shot, and Neto got the hands down to make the save. Not sure Neto saw that one till the last second. Good save there by the Kansas City keeper. And
got to get organized early here.
Yeah, it looked like Neto may have been a little screened out there on that shot by Bennett. And last second, he's able to go down and make the play. So credit him for a good stop there. Punched out of there by Icehold. Comes to Bradley. Alex trying to come forward with Pereira.
Good feed, Isaac.
Isaac still coming. Lays it off for Bradley. They play on as it looked like Pereira had been fouled that time by Sosa. I would say Isaac Pereira, conservatively estimating Tenzin, has probably given up 80 pounds to Johnny Sosa in the matchup there. Johnny is a well put together young man, especially in his lower portion. Matthew Yang tripped down, but it took a second time before they called the foul on Ray Sari. Wave tried to quick restart, and they bring it back. Yang, the rookie out of Hamilton High in Milwaukee and UW Parkside. Worked out with the Wave the past couple of years, but getting a chance this year, Tenzin, he has certainly shown some good things for Milwaukee.
Yeah, you know, he adds depth to the team. Another solid player, earned his spot this season. You know, it's going to be interesting to see with the Wave depth if that plays a factor in the fourth quarter here with only 5 subs for the Comets.
Nacho Flores picks up a foul, his second in this half. One other game in the MASL just getting underway in another 15 minutes or so. Baltimore Blast will be hosting Soles de Sonora at the arena in Townsend. Blast coming in at 4-5. 2-2 at home. They, like the Wave, also losing 2 games at home here in the first half of the season. And Soles, which is coming off a tough loss at Harrisburg the other night, will go in at 4-6. That should be a pretty good matchup there today. Comets able to clear it downfield. Marcio will dump it back for Matt Isold. Huffman with it, getting pressure. Isold's going to play it back out for Huffman. Looking to the middle, but the only one there is Stokic for KC. Now Palmer's going to step up. Nice play by Marcio to take it away. Marcio trying to move it up for Ian Bennett. But a good play by Ray Lee to step in and get it. Lee on the left foot, coming top of the area, shot in the goal. Well, a little move at midfield. He got it on that left foot, and as we've seen, Tenzin, he can hit it with authority on that left foot, and he bangs one in to give Kansas City the lead at 5-4.
You know, transition opportunities has been part of KC's success here.
Well, I don't know, that might have deflected off of Huffman, perhaps, as well. But at any rate, it counts as a goal for KC. Time the goal at 3:09. Ray Lee with his second of the match, 10th of the year.
Comets penalty against assistant coach of the Comets.
Comets penalty going to be assist to somebody on the bench. And that is the second yellow card of the match. So Comets got to be careful. If they get one more yellow, that would equal a blue card. They would have to play a man down for 2 minutes. So they're going to have to tighten up the commentary on the bench, KC.
So far, the defensive shell working here for the KC Comets.
Just one goal in this half for the Wave. Remember, they led it 3-2 at halftime. Comets have outscored them 3-1 here in the second half. That one deflects into the Kansas City bench by Solario. Solario, a rookie out of Niagara University, originally from Aguas Calientes, Mexico, although he grew up in the Kansas City area. One of several KC natives on this team. KC residents. Cleared to midfield. Isold will get it.
Chino down in the corner there.
And Chino took a bad hit, and he is down. And that would be a tough loss for the Wave if they have to go without him the rest of this contest.
And a good attack there by Chino. You know, that's what you want to see when, you know, KC is back in their shell. Take players on, get a shot off the boards, right? You don't win it, you win it back as defenders and go again.
So while they tend to Chino, would want to remind you again that Wave will be back here on the home turf at the Panther Arena coming up this Saturday, January 25th, when they host the Rochester Lancers. 6:07 game time. You can order your tickets online at MilwaukeeWave.com or call the Rock Ventures Wave office, 414-224-WAVE. That's 414-224-9283. Remember, that's the same number to call for Milwaukee Milkman tickets. And believe it or not, by the time Sunday rolls around, Sunday will be January 26th. Just 4 months until the Milkmen get it going at Routine Field in Franklin, May 26th. Still got a feeling we're got a bit of winter to drag through before then, but nonetheless, only 4 months.
That's good, Tom. That's good. It's warm weather, warm thoughts.
We're thinking warm anyway.
Yeah.
So again, you can go to MilwaukeeMilkman.com to order your tickets or call the Rock Wave Milkman office, I should say, at 414-224-WAVE. Here's Chino coming off with the training staff, and hopefully he's going to be okay, be able to get back in there next shift. Chino, the Mexican native, in his third season with the Wave, has been an outstanding acquisition for Milwaukee since coming over from the old Cedar Rapids Rampage prior to the 2017-18 season.
11 remains here in the fourth quarter.
And he is a work engine at midfield for Milwaukee. All right, back in play. Wave trailing by 1-5-4. Kansas City getting the goal from Ray Lee at 3:09 to take the lead. LSO drives it across, and it's cleared out by KC just before the Wave could pounce on it. Marcio, nice move there. Near side, Bennett, shot.
Good sequence here from the Wave, turning the KC defense around. Well done.
Leite against Stokic. He's got Huffman and LSO to his right. Down right at the post and rolling it in. Shot to goal!
Marcio's so good at finding those seams at the back post. Unless you close him down, he's gonna find that back post ball. Max almost doesn't convert, but stays with it, keeps his feet moving, and well done to see it through.
Neto had it between his ankles momentarily, but he didn't have control. And you see he's saying he had it, but takes a little more than that in indoor soccer usually to demonstrate control.
Yeah, and Max has done well to keep his feet moving there.
Kansas City picks up another yellow card, and that should result in a wave power play. So, yes, indeed. Frustrated Neto, frustrated Comets. Very happy Max Ferdinand with his 8th goal of the season. Also has 15 assists for 23 points. Marcio with the assist. He gets his 10th of the season. Well, 3 yellow cards. I thought it was supposed to equal a blue, but no penalty yet on KC. Matty Isold, feet outside the box, but he kept the ball in the penalty area. Neto with Isaac charging at him. Sosa trying to clear. Matt Yang has it. Plays it up. Isaac. Isaac coming in far side. Bradley.
Well done. Well done.
Oh, what a look by Isaac for Bradley. And Alex puts it away to give Milwaukee the lead at 6-5.
Starts with an excellent outlet there by Matt Isold to find Isaac along the left side. Well done, Yang, to keep the play going. And there it is again, Alex Bradley at the back post.
If there was a second assist like hockey, it would have gone to Matthew Yang. Boy, what a ball. Isaac finding Bradley. No chance for Neto to get back and stop that. Sir Alex with his 2nd of the afternoon, his 9th in 4 games, 12 on the season. And Pereira with his 2nd assist. He also had the assist on Bradley's earlier goal. That was back in the 2nd period. He's got his 3rd helper of the year. Looks like timeout on the field. So the Wave with a couple of huge goals here. And so we will come back with more. 9:56 to go. It's Milwaukee 6, Kansas City 5. This is Wave Soccer and MASL TV. Crowd a bit happier now in Milwaukee as Milwaukee has regained the lead over the Kansas City Comets 6-5. Wave Soccer here on MASL TV. Tom went along with Tenzin Rampa. And we've seen some exciting games this year, Tenzin. This one's got to be right at the top of the chart here. Back and forth between the Wave and the Comets. Isaac Pereira trying to get it back as Sosa fends him off.
Here we go, high press is on here. Can we stay high?
Roberto Palmer sends out Lewis with a header back. Isold races out top of the area, heads it away. Good reaction there by Matt Isold. Boy, that was a good ball by Lewis. Looking downfield for Ray Sari. Now Gibson has that one come past him. Pereira with it. Izak over to Chad Vandegrift. Tried to play it back, it deflected away. Izak will chase it down to the near side. And eventually taken away. Sari coming in. Sari walks in. Sari is going to score. Boy, Ray Sari, the second-year man out of the University of Tulsa. Great individual effort there. He's got his 4th of the season, and the Comets back to even at 6 apiece. It looked like Izak Pereira and the Wave were almost going to be able to keep the possession.
One too many touches there for Isaac. Already had beaten the pressure, just got to release it to the other side of the field.
6:01, the time of the score. Sari, who spells his name S-A-A-R-I, not sorry for scoring that one, as it tied up the game at 6 apiece. Once again, Comets pack it in. Bennett off the end board, Max lets it go through. Chino coming on. Chino fires a shot, knocked down. And Milwaukee will reload. Here's Stuart Grable.
Here's your 1v1.
Crowd of 2,300 today, trying to inspire the Wave here down the stretch. Chino one-on-one against Sandovari. Good play by Mirko Sandovari to knock it away. Max comes back to dispossess. Far side, Chino coming in. Save made by Neto. Again, Neto sliding out with that big frame to deflect his shot away. Comets beat the Wave 9-8 Friday night in KC. We are tied at 6-6 right now. Marcio will look to Max. Max, who had just put the Wave up at 5:04, or rather tied the score at 4:28 before Bradley put him up at 5:04. Luan rolls it in wide, rebound Vandegrift.
You know, when you're on the field with players like Luan, Marcio, Ian, and they're taking players on and they draw that tuck player, it's so important that you make yourself open in the box. Expect the pass.
Huffman will knock it back. Once again, Kansas City fairly content to sit back defensively with a tie score. Who can blame them? It's been pretty good strategy to hang in this game. And especially when they are down personnel-wise. Leite over to Bennett. Ian gonna fire one in high off the glass. Palmer near side. Trying to get out of the zone. Marcio gets it back. Bennett with it. You know, this almost has the same kind of feel like when the Wave was playing St. Louis in our previous home game, and Milwaukee was going 6th attack most of the second half. Kind bounce there for Robert Palmer. Here's Berto now, heading upfield. So the Comets with little time possession-wise, but maximum efficiency when they've had it here in the second half.
Got to follow runners here.
And Gibson has it. By the way, I have been advised that 3 yellow cards on one team is not necessarily a blue card, obviously, because we would have seen one here. Wave going to get a delay of game warning now as Brian Martin tells the bench. Gibson plays it across. Vandegrift able to clear. Looking for Bradley as the goalkeeper Neto comes out to head it away. Still scrambling back to the goals. Mikey Herrera makes a nice job to get it, and Matthew Yang, good job to keep the possession. Here's Herrera, who opened up the scoring parade with a goal, his first ever, back at 11:30 of the first period. Each team has had a couple of leads at different times in this contest. Right now, dead even at 6 apiece as we come down the stretch. Bradley trying to come off the board and get it.
Well done. There's a tuck guy. Can we get a run back post?
Marcio stops, gets it back on the left foot. Marcio coming in. Shot save made by Neto. Stokic.
Good recovery.
Trying to nudge it up ahead. Chino cuts it off and will put it down now to Derek Huffman. Chino and Huffman, one-time teammates with the old Cedar Rapids Rampage. Sure, you can remember playing Cedar Rapids, Stenson.
Oh yeah, those are battles.
Back in the day. That wonderful pitch they had there at Cedar Rapids. I'll tell you, it looked a lot better.
Don't miss that place, though.
LSO, a great job to center the ball that time. Gibson out for Palmer. And again, good step up by Marcio.
Good step, Marcio.
Marcio trying to get through, but Gibson will get it. And Marcio's tired. He's going to go out for a change. Vandergrift coming on. 4 minutes left to go in a tie game here in Milwaukee. Oh, coming down the middle and just tipped away.
Block there on Chad.
Sure was. Here comes LSO the other way.
Run past the ball.
Go 3-on-3, but the Comets able to get back. LSO calmly keeps it. One of 2 games on the slate today in the MASL. Sonora and Baltimore just about ready to kick it off. Maybe they already have in Baltimore today. More specifically, Townsend, Maryland. Home of the Blast. Chino trying to see if he can work from the near point. Back over for Derek Huffman. He'll knock it across for Max. Now Max against Stokic. Max out high. Looks in for Chino, but the ball bounced up a bit on that turning left footer and it ends up in the stands. Well, we've got some drama here for sure.
Yeah, both teams a little tense right now.
Neto ready to put it in with a goalkeeper distribution after taking a quick drink. Lee gets it back to the keeper in the middle. And well done as Stokic got it out to Sandovari. Now here come the Comets. Possible 3-on-2. Great sliding effort by Vandergrift to break up the initial charge. Huffman trying to clear, but they'll keep the zone as Sari has it. Over to Lee, and now we'll back it up Sandovari. Mirko Sandovari has some room. He'll take a shot off the frame. Oh, good crack that time by Sandovari. Barely missed. Neto with Ian pressing. Huffman, well done to shield his man. Play it back for Matt Icehold. Again, Icehold getting the call in the second half after Rafa Diaz was banged up in the first half. And the Max. 2-1 for the IMAX tandem. Coming in, Max coming in, lays it off.
Oy.
Ian Bennett missing the open net. And now another shot, kick save made by Neto. I'm not sure I believe what I just saw.
You know, the 2v1 was played perfectly. It was almost too much on a platter for him.
And now Max limping off as he is hurt. Bennett is knocked down by Solario. Foul is called. Oh my goodness, they were ready to put it up on the big screen, the IMAX tandem. I'm not sure Ian can believe it. But we are still tied at 6.
Final 2 minutes here. Gotta stay locked in, engaged.
And they'll play it across for Marcio. Coming out high. Palmer watching him along with Stokic coming over to provide a little support. Grable takes a shot, save made Neto. Palmer sends it out. Stuart Grable will get it back at midfield. The Neenah, Wisconsin native. Now LSL. Bradley in the corner. Back for Luan. 93 seconds left to go in this one. Tied at 6. The last goal came from Ray Sari at 6:01 for the Comets to tie it up at 6. Marcio trying to play it to the middle. Ian is fouled on the play.
Here we go. Great opportunity here. Timeout. Get your pieces on.
Wave will take a timeout at 1:20 now. Let's see if Max can get back in there. Remember, he limped off about a minute ago after that stunning non-conversion by Ian Bennett on a 2-on-1. You know, Ian has been such a great player. There's no way I'm ever going to, get down on it, but that was stunning.
Yeah, those happen, and if you're a striker, you got to have a short memory in situations like that. You're going to get another opportunity here. Got to stay sharp.
So Coach Giuliano Oliviero talking things over with the team down there. Ian Bennett already with a goal today, 19 on the year. How about this, Tenzin, in his now 11th season with the Milwaukee Wave. In 222 games, he has scored 331 goals.
Quite the stat there, Tom.
That is a scoring machine. That's your definition of a goal-scoring machine. Only Michael King has scored more goals in his time the Milwaukee Wave. Greg Howe's the only other one over 300. And Todd Dusowski would be coming next on the list after that at about 275. Giuliano Oliviero looking on, hoping that the Wave has the magic here for the remaining 80 seconds of this contest. Tied at 6.
Look for Bradley here on the far side. Possible decoy from Luan.
Kansas City setting the defense. Of course, you got to make sure if Luan runs through that somebody else gets back on defense. And it goes. Bennett shot off the mark from a tough angle. Bradley gets the rebound. Out to Luan. Luan trying to make sure that no miscommunication between him and Matt Isold.
Here we go, final minute.
LSO will play it off to Bradley on the far side. Alex with 2 more goals here today. 9 in his last 4 games. Pokes away, but Wave will get it back. Now Bennett out high. Ian trying to avoid a couple of defenders. Will play it across for Luan. Max is trying to post up inside, but well marked there by Leo Gibson. Marcio gets around. Marcio trying to send it, and a sliding Neto smothers the ball outside the penalty area. Boy, that guy's like he's got an 8-foot body when he slides out. 15 seconds ago. LSO brings it in. Marcio back for LSO. He'll put it back to Marcio. Are they going to get a shot? Marcio. LSO going to tee one up. Knocked down in the middle. We are going to overtime. Third time in 4 home games, we are headed to an extra session. We will take a break and come back with the OT. It's Milwaukee 6, Kansas City 6. This is Wave Soccer and MASL TV. So we will go to overtime once again. Panther Arena, the home of MASL overtime this year, Tenzin, with our third extra session in 4 times. Hopefully the odds are with the Wave. They are 0-2 in the extra periods, losing to the Tropics in the home opener 5-4 on a goal by Guillermo dos Santos, and then losing to St. Louis in our last home game on a goal by Felipe a couple minutes into the extra session. This crowd here on King Day has seen a whale of a game between these two teams. So who's got one more left to win this thing? Comets kick off. They go left to right as we look at the action.
We've got to stay disciplined by marking in the box here.
And Neto chips it all the way down to his counterpart, Matt Isehold. Again, Matty getting the call to start the second half as Rafa Diaz was unable to continue after we think because he got pretty much banged up physically in the first half, even though he did finish the first half of play. Knocked out of bounds. Wave will get it. Kansas City, for most of the second half, has packed it in defensively, and that's kept them in the game. So let's see if that's their strategy here in overtime. By the way, updated score from Baltimore. Blast out to a quick lead, 2-0 over Sonora in the only other game in the MSL today. Derek Huffman with it. Looks to the corner, Max. Being marked by Sandavari. Now, Nacho Flores comes in to knock it away. LSO jumping into the fray. And Comets cleared out.
You know, if you're the Wave, you got your first line out here. This is what you want to see.
Neto steps out to clear that one away. Huffman keeps it alive for Max. Derek Huffman now back to Marcio. Back for Huffman. Derek in playing just his 5th game for the Wave since coming for Orlando. He and Mario Alvarez. Boy, unfortunately for Mario, as Ian Bennett knocks it up above the goal. Fortunately for Mario, he got knocked out for the season on a hard tackle by Stefan San Luis in the previous home game. And tough loss there, Tenza, because, you know, he looked like a guy who was going to be a major contributor for the Wave here the rest of the season. So all our best to Mario.
Yeah, unfortunately, we wish him well.
Neto, that's a 3-line pass. So perhaps the rookie's inexperience maybe showing a bit there. Wave will have a restart coming from the line. We will play up to 10 minutes of extra time. If nobody scores, we go to the shootout, best of 3. There's been one already in the league so far this year. And it comes. And Bennett's shot, good block that time by Robert Palmer. Boy, and I'll tell you, this group that's been out there for KC most of the time defending against the Wave, those guys definitely earning their money today for Kansas City. Sorry. We'll play it up. Headed away nicely by Huffman. Now Chino. Chino on the far board, trying to split a couple of defenders, still coming in. Good effort there by Chino as he got tripped down. And a blue card coming for the Comets. And now hopefully Chino's okay. Check it out again. Chino going to the top of the arc, and Johnny Sosa, that trail leg. He did get ball, but kind of swept through with that trail leg. Tough call in overtime. He will go to the box. Second time today for Sosa. Wave with a chance now to win it with the man advantage in overtime, and you see a very disconsolate John Sosa in the penalty box below.
And here we go.
Wave with its 3rd power play today. Marcio drove it to the post, and somehow Max could not turn it in. Now Isehold's pass to Marcio. He is wiped out by Stokic. The foul is called. Boy, a little dicey here for the Wave with the man advantage. Well, Max and Ian have both had 99% opportunities that they have not been able to convert, but all it takes is just one here sometime before Kansas City scores to win it for the Wave. Still a minute 20 on the power play for the Wave. Bennett with it. Ian looks up, finds Max, now crossed for Marcio. LSO flashing to the top of the area. Chino with it.
Hold on, got to make these four work here.
And they go back for Matt Isehold. So a minute left in the power play, 7 minutes in OT. Chino's pass broken up. Ray Lee thought about launching it. Instead, he'll come across Alberto. That'll kill off some more time. Chino deflects away, and Kansas City will get it. I have to believe, Tenzin, the frustration is mounting down on the Wave side.
Yeah, you know, late in the game here, tired legs as well.
Man advantage, and they haven't been able to get it yet, but still a chance. Still 32 seconds to go for the power play. LSO, Marcio, Max, Ian, and Chino, who's got it right now.
There's your guy.
Lewis, Lee, Gibson, and Palmer, the penalty killers for KC, and the Comets are going to get it back. Lee tried to clear. Chino deflects out of play. Boy, great job by Kansas City on the penalty kill.
Yeah, just got to be a little cleaner with our pass in there. Tough ask for Max to bring that down.
Blast has scored again to make it 3-0 over Sonora. Still 4.5 to go in the first period there. Timeout, Comets. So again, Wave trying to get this 5-game homestand off to a good start. If they can get a victory here against the Comets. Coming right back this upcoming Saturday, January 25th against Rochester at 6:07. Call the Rock Ventures Wave Milkman office at 414-224-WAVE to order your tickets. That's 224-WAVE. You can also order online at MilwaukeeWave.com, your source for everything Wave, MilwaukeeWave.com. Then, back-to-back Saturday, February 8th, Sunday, February 9th, versus Kansas City on Saturday the 8th at 6:07 versus Harrisburg Sunday the 9th at 5:07. And then we will wrap up the homestand on Sunday, February 16th versus the Florida Tropics at 5:07. 414-224-WAVE to order your tickets at MilwaukeeWave.com. Wave's next road game will be where else? Friday, February 21st at Kansas City. And speaking of the Comets, they will go home to host Rochester in their next game. That's Sunday the 26th. Not an enviable road trip for the Lancers with Milwaukee and Kansas City on back-to-back road games. And then they'll also host Harrisburg on the 6th before the Heat roll in here on February 9th. Comets at 5-5, Wave 6-3. Both of these teams have been immensely entertaining to watch this year. There's no question about that. They might be maddening at times, Tenzin, as far as if you're coaching these teams. But I'll tell you, from an entertainment standpoint, you couldn't ask for anything more than these two teams.
Stubborn is the word that comes to mind.
All right. Golden goal overtime. Wave coming up. Driven to the middle and deflected away. Lewis coming out of there. Matt Lewis, the rookie from Fordham, originally from the KC area. Now chipped in, Isehold going up for it, and a great catch by Matty. Up with Lewis, who's a pretty rangy guy. Well, was do or die for Isehold, and he went up and made the play, and boy, Matty Lewis is down, and hopefully going to be okay. Nobody was really attending to him there at first. Check it out one more time as Nacho sends it in there. And Matty Isehold giving up, I would say, conservatively, a half foot probably to Lewis. And that,
Tom, look at this with the little kick flip back on his feet there.
That's impressive. That is impressive. Matty Isehold. Boy, I know the Wave would love to win one for him for sure today if they could. Bradley.
There it is.
Off the inboard, cleared out.
Again, got to get to the box there. He's already done it once earlier this game.
Marcio sends it back. Almost halfway through the 10-minute period. Isaac Pereira. Isaac still coming. He got cut off, but Bradley will win it back for Milwaukee. Alex surveying the crowd. Huffman a defender, but he's down low as Marcio gets him the pass. He tries to flip it over the top. Headed away initially. Boy, well done by Stokic. Comets coming back, but intercepted by Marcio. Trying to come 4-3 in the zone. Marcio lost the touch. He was trying to wind it up, but he lost the touch. Pereira gets it back for Bradley. Boy, you know, flags got to be dragging on both sides here, the way this game has gone. Ian trying to get inboard. Ian coming in and cut off of the play. Oh, Ian almost a brilliant run for the goal there. Chino knocks it back. Ian far side. Ian still coming through and not going to get the call. Trying to keep it alive for Max, and the Comets clear it out. Boy, Comets in scramble mode defensively, but they are doing a phenomenal job.
Got to do the little things now in overtime here. Getting to the back post, putting yourself in good positions, following your man.
Crowd of almost 2,400, extremely tense here. Trying to see if the Wave can somehow come up with the golden goal to break the two-game losing skid. Oh, Matty Icehold, just a little too much on the pass. Three-line violation, and the Comets coming up for the restart from the line. I have to believe somebody's going to come up and take a whack at this one, Tenzin.
Yep.
Gibson or Sosa, either of them with tremendous power. And Gibson's going to chip. Lewis with the header off the mark. Rebound, follow, cleared out. Oh, great reaction by, I think it was Stuart Grable. Cut off the play at the far post. Comets get it back. Now the far wall. Lee coming in. And LSO had to track him down and foul him. And Wave will change up. Again, in the MESL this year, you can change on fouls. Never used to be able to do that. I'm still not so sure why they changed that rule, but they let them do it. Great restart chance for Kansas City. Now let's see if the Comets will call time. Well, of course, you can get everybody on there you want. If you can sub after the foul, this is going to be tough.
Got to get a little higher.
Gibson, and it comes. Shot block. Gibson, follow, blocked in the middle. Now Lewis turning, bangs it in front. Somehow the Wave able to clear, and Grable clears downfield.
Reorganize, take a breath, find your man.
Comets for the first time today, or first time in this half, seem like they've got an extended possession. Palmer with Huffman right on him. Goes across for Sosa. Now Matt Lewis. Lewis, I'll tell you, pretty impressive first-year indoor player for the Comets. Top of the area. Yeah, Lewis was a big-time star at Fordham University. He certainly has a good pedigree coming into this league. Good step up there by Chino. Chino trying to press up. Chino shrugs off Lewis, trying to go 3-2. Max with it. Max off the inboard. Isaac running through. He hits it back. Chino with a shot. That one blocked by Lewis. Johnny Sosa's down in the corner. Sosa is down, and he is in some pain with 1:47 left to go. Official timeout. I didn't really see what happened at the end of that one. I was watching Max was down there battling for the ball. Let's see, perhaps get a look on a Wisconsin Vision instant replay. Be a leg, a knee or
rolled his ankle.
Huh? Yeah. Boy, that would be a tough loss for Kansas City for sure. And you can tell that Sosa banging the turf. He is definitely in some pain. Well, Tenzin, we've just about seen it all here today.
Yes, we have.
Everything that's happened on the field. But again, what an effort by these guys. There's Coach Oliviero with his assistant, Marcello Fontana, right behind him. Just great effort by both teams today. Great showcase for the league. And, you know, the effort and the skill that these guys play with out here. Just a tremendous show today.
Yeah, it's been good, Tom. So going to be interesting here with 1:47 left. Is the Wave able to turn around KC's defense here? It's a stubborn shell getting really compact in their own half here.
Johnny Sosa limping off the sideline again. Hopefully John's going to be okay. Fans trying to make some noise here. LSO puts it in, deflected away by Gibson. Cleared out of the zone. Stokic with a header. Icehold will get there. Marcio shielding. Matty plays it up on the near side. Bennett has it. Bennett coming in! Looking for the top shelf. Couldn't find it. Somehow that ball got through. Matty Icehold would have had a game-winning assist. Now LSO trying to jack a couple guys. Setting up Bradley. Bradley lays it back. Huffman shot. Back down. Bennett rebound. Save made by Berto. And an injured man down for the Comets. It's Nacho Flores. Ignacio Nacho Flores. Another one of the former Park University Pirates on this team. Fourth year with the Comets. He's been an excellent player for them. Check out on the replay. You know, at first I thought Bradley might turn and shoot, but of course.
You know, I think Ian might have been the option there. He was sitting right almost at the top of the box there. Either way, good effort.
Well, credit Berto again with just an amazing save. He was definitely in the right place at the right time, but that's the definition a lot of times of being a great goalkeeper. 101 as Flores limped off. Hopefully he's going to be okay. Boy, the attrition in Kansas City's bench has been significant off the inboard. Bradley and LSO trying to get it, and Lewis came away with it. Lewis chipping back, trying to see if he could loft one toward the empty net. Icehold was back there, but that was on target. I don't know. That could have been a little dicey there. Final 40 seconds. Remember, if nobody scores in overtime, we will go to the shootout. A best of 3 to see who wins it. Max posting up. Now we'll play it back.
Here we go. Get yourself to the back post.
Marcio. Far side Chino. Chino will. Angel Curiales Chino! And Milwaukee wins 7-6 in overtime.
And he's been knocking at the door all game. Pays off right there.
One more time on the replay.
Little hesitation move, gets Stokic on the ground, puts it top shelf. Excellent piece of skill there.
And as our colleague Nick Vassos would say, where grandma keeps the cookies, there it is, right there. Return postage guaranteed. And Milwaukee wins at 7-6. Boy, Tenzin, you know, we've had some dramatic wins over the years. I would say that to go along with the sense of relief for the Milwaukee Wave pulling this one out today, this has got to rate right up there.
Yeah, had a little bit of everything. You know, Matt Icehold gets a win.
Let's send it down to Van McNeil talking with our hero of the game.
Breath there.
Another one of those games that come down to the wire and then you hit that game winner. How you feeling?
Tired, sick. But we win, no? That's the most important. Doesn't matter who scored the goal. The most important is come back to the win.
Right, and good to get back to our winning ways after losing 2 straight there. For you to get that game winner, that's a good one. It's gotta feel good.
Yeah, it's important for us, no? After that lose, we come back to trusting us by yourself and win. That's fine. It's good for us.
We got to get ready, though. We got another game, the 25th Rochester. Each one of these games so important this year.
Yeah, it's the most important for us, no? Come back to the win and try to feel better and better every day.
All right, you feel better. We'll see you on the 25th. Our hardest working player of the game. Give it up for Chino!
That was
Back
Marcio.
up to Tom and Tenzin as we wrap up the broadcast. For everybody else, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you onto the field.
All right, Dan, thank you. Chino, the hero with his 3rd goal of the season. Also had an assist earlier today. Marcio Leite with the assist. 2 assists on the night, 11 helpers, and none bigger than that one, Tenzin Rampa.
Excellent. Hey, a little bit of everything this game. Hey, really happy for Chino with the game winner. Matt Isold stepping in, right, getting his first win. Good performance all around. Happy Martin Luther King Day.
Absolutely. Echo those sentiments as we check out the goals from today's contest. And Wave improves to 7-3, 2-2 here on the home turf. 1-2 in overtime. Kansas City dropping to 5-6 as the Comets now just 1-5 away from home. But boy, what an effort today by a shorthanded Kansas City team to take the Wave to the limit. Milwaukee now leads the season series 2-1. 2 more games left between these teams. Next time will be Saturday, February 8th when they take on the Comets at 6:07. Before that, we got the Rochester Lancers coming to town this upcoming Saturday, January 25th at 6:07. Call the Wave, Rock Ventures office at 414-224-WAVE. That's 414-224-WAVE to order your tickets. You can also go to MilwaukeeWave.com to order your tickets. For the entire production team here at Panther Arena, this is Tom Wynn wishing you a good one. Once again, our final score today in overtime, the Milwaukee Wave 7, the Kansas City Comets 6. For Tenzin Rampa, Tom Wynn wishing you a good one. We'll see you next time on Wave Soccer and MASL TV. All right, great, Sam.